Okay, so let's just picture this. Eden Gardens. The 2026 T20 World Cup is in full swing.
You can feel the pressure from here.
Exactly. And in a group game, of all things, the West Indies' Romario Shepherd just did something. Well, something none of the absolute legends have ever managed to do in this tournament.
And we're talking about a serious list of names. Curtly Ambrose, Courtney Walsh.
Not even Dwayne Bravo. It's pretty incredible.
It's genuinely hard to overstate how big this moment was. We're looking at the data from that West Indies versus Scotland match, and Shepherd didn't just, change the game.
No.
He basically ended it in the space of 3 deliveries.
So we're talking about the hat trick, obviously. But let's, strip away the hype for a second. T20 hat tricks can sometimes be a little circumstantial.
Oh, for sure. A bit of luck involved.
Yeah, a tail ender just comes in, slogs one up in the air, and the final over. Was this that kind of situation, or is this something else?
Not even close. This was absolute clinical precision.
Yeah.
He took out Matthew Cross, Michael Leask, and an Oliver Davidson.
Wow. So not the tail.
No. That is the engine room of the Scottish Middle Order. He just completely gutted them right when they were starting to think about building a real chase.
And that's the whole game in T20 cricket, isn't it? That one key partnership. And he just took out 3 guys who are there specifically to score runs.
He did. But looking at the scorecard, it wasn't just a 3-ball wonder.
Right. It was more than that.
Oh, much more.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between a fleeting moment and a truly match-winning spell.
Yeah.
Shepherd finished with figures of 5 for 20.
5 wickets for only 20 runs. In modern T20, if your economy rate is under 8 and over, you're considered a success. That is that's gold dust.
Exactly. He bowled his full quota of overs, he kept it incredibly tight, and he took 5 wickets. That's half the team gone.
To one bowler.
To one bowler.
Yeah.
And when you look at the final result, the West Indies won by 35 runs. You can draw a perfectly straight line from Shepherd's spell to that victory margin.
Without that performance, that 35-run cushion is gone.
It vanishes. It's a nail-biter of a game without him.
So let's get into the history books, because this is where this deep dive gets really fascinating. You mentioned that no West Indies bowler had ever done this.
Yeah.
That almost sounds impossible, given their heritage, their pace attack legacy.
It sounds wrong, doesn't it? The West Indies practically invented the idea of the dominant, terrifying fast bowler.
Right.
But believe it or not, until this very match in 2026, no West Indies bowler had ever recorded a hat trick in the men's T20 World Cup.
That is just a wild stat. So Shepherd is literally in a class of his own in the Caribbean record books. Where does that put him globally?
It's a very, very small club. He is only the 10th player in the entire history of the tournament to take a hat trick.
The 10th.
The 10th. Just think about how many hundreds of matches have been played since 2007. The thousands of overs bowled by the best in the world.
And only 9 other people have done it.
Only 9 others. That's the level of execution we're talking about. On the biggest stage.
And he did it at Eden Gardens, too, which just adds that little bit of extra sort of mythological weight to it all.
It absolutely does.
Right.
It was the first hat trick of the 2026 tournament, and doing it at such an iconic venue just amplifies the whole achievement.
It's a great reminder for you listening that for all our talk about, batting depth and power hitting in modern cricket, individual bowling brilliance is still the ultimate game changer.
It is. A bowler who finds their rhythm can still dictate the terms, no matter how big the bats are.
So before we wrap up, here's a thought to leave you with. We're in an era where scores are getting higher, boundaries feel smaller every year. The game is built for batsmen.
100%.
So does the rarity of the World Cup hat trick, only 10 in history, suggest that bowling is becoming kind of a dying art? Or does it actually prove that when the pressure is at its absolute highest, the bowler still has the final say?
That is the debate of the decade, isn't it?
Something to think about. That's it for this deep dive into a historic day at Eden Gardens. We'll see you next time.